name is Staff Sergeant JaNelle Casson with my wife JaNelle Casson, and we're from Fort Hood, Texas.
Cool. And you're a military caregiver fellow of the Dole Foundation, right?
Yes,
How long have you been a fellow?
We are the first group of fellows, so I've been a fellow since October of 2012.
Fantastic. And how'd you end up being a caregiver fellow? How'd you end up getting this deal?
I was so fortunately blessed and reached out to from the Dole Foundation. They had heard about our story and just my involvement in the Fort Hood community and with military children, that they sent out that message saying, you know, here's our foundation that we're starting, and we've heard your story. Would love for you to be an advocate for our caregivers.
That's fantastic. And what have you been doing as a fellow? How have you been advocating for caregiver fellows? What do you think your mission is?
I'm really a team player, so I am just out in the community, just talking to everyone, anyone that I can at any given point that I can, really advocating for the care for our military children. So although I am a teammate in our family as a caregiver, I go out and help the kids and see what I can do for all of our children.
So how long have you been a caregiver? What happened? Sorry, what brought this situation on for you professionally? Where were you?
Multiple deployments, multiple injuries, TBI, PTSD, knees, eyes, and she's just taking care of me. You know, still active duty.
Yep.
And she keeps me rolling.
Yep. And is it harder? I mean, you're the rare caregiver, active duty still. You know, your husband's still serving, and with those challenges, I think it's a different kind of setup than a lot of the caregivers, right? So, what are the challenges you think as an active duty caregiver and dealing with the active duty situation for your husband and balancing those issues?
It is a unique situation. However, just navigating the system is the same to a degree. The active duty system is, you know, has its fair share of red tape and, you know, things like that, and then just trying to, you know, keep him at the level that he can still be active duty and still receive the care and treatment that he needs. So it's no different than being on the civilian side or the retiree side, and advocating for that same care and cutting through all the red tape and all the challenges that we face on either side.
It's kind of a partnership, isn't it?
It is.
And how do you think about? I mean, what do you think about what she's doing for you? I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it, being here, still in the Army? I mean, what's your thoughts?
It's definitely different. See a different side of what's going on with all the injuries to everybody else. You know, it's in the foundation. It's just, you know, you don't see that side. From the active point of view, you don't really, you hear about it. You know, you hear the stories, yeah, you got it. But then to actually hear some of the stories from the other fellows from the foundation, you're like, okay, well, you know, I'm not that bad. It's a different case, but it's still out in the system. Yeah. And it kind of lightened my eyes of, okay, well, when I get out, when I retire, this is what I need to know. I have to do. I can do this. And you got different tips and tricks. Yeah. The other ladies and fellows of the group. Yeah, that collaboration's key, isn't it? I mean, would you say as a caregiver, you know, the opportunity to collaborate, the opportunity to learn more is a key part of your success?
Definitely so. I think I've learned more from the fellows in the last couple months than I have, you know, on this journey in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
So
it's fantastic.
It's been a great support system.
So we're launching the Military Caregivers Week. You know, we've you know, snow gave some challenges, so that made it hard. But overall, I mean, what do you think of it? I mean, do you think this is this opportunity with the Dole Foundation to highlight this at a national level and advocate for caregivers? Do you think that's going to help a lot? I mean, do you think that what Senator Dole and the foundation are doing is going to help your situation, help your teammates?
I hope that the foundation and what Senator Dole is doing is going to help not only my family, but the thousands of other families that are affected by PTSD and TBI and other injuries sustained by the war. More so for our family, we're advocating for, again, the care for the children that are involved in the situation. They're kind of our secondary heroes in a way, that they are sometimes passed over. And we focus so much on ourselves or the service member or whatnot, and so our focus as a family and a fellow with the foundation is to highlight our children.
That's fantastic.